UFC Vegas 106. This is the official betting video. How we doing, everybody? My name is Young Pasty, aka the White Boy Wonder, and I'm here today to give you all of my official bets for UFC Vegas 106. I got 4 bangers for you guys, okay? We'll go over my parlays, everyone's favorite section, the parlay section. My leans, bets and plays I'm considering, so we talk money lines, over and under on rounds, method of victory props, and then lastly, my stayaways. Now, as we always do, got to recap last week, pulling the results up here right now, and I'll be honest, I hated making this graphic. And here we are, minus 4.5 units. We did not hit a single bet last week. Yeah, things just did not go our way. Bilal Muhammad got handled. Alexa Grasso couldn't even win us one round. Jose Aldo got robbed and ruined the 3-pick parlay. And Manon Fariat, I mean, it was an iffy scorecard if you ask me. It was very iffy. So this was our worst week of the year. Let's get that crap out of the way, okay? That pay-per-view sucked. Let's move on to UFC Vegas 106. If you guys are new to the channel and you haven't, click that subscribe button, like the video, comment. I've been giving y'all free content, okay? Free picks and predictions every week, free bets, free parlays. Patreon's free, links in the description. Go check that out too. So, yeah, would appreciate the support. Click that subscribe button, please. Now, let's get into it, guys. UFC Vegas 106. These are the official bets. We sort them in confidence. So bet number 1 is always the most confident bet of the week, and then it moves on down from there. So let's start. Bet number 1. Sodiq Yusuff. Plus 115. We are putting 1 unit on it. It's currently sitting at plus 110. So, around the same odds there. I bet you this line becomes either a pick'em or a slight favorite to Yusuff come fight time, if you ask me. That's what I've been predicting all week. But I got Sodiq Yusuff, man. I think he handles Mairon Santos. Sodiq Yusuff is somebody that Mairon Santos has never seen before. I mean, yes, they've never fought before, but the style of fighter, right? He's gone up against pretty good competition, tit for tat and toe for toe with some elite people, right? Barboza, Arnold Allen, etc. Yeah, he got knocked out by Diego Lopez, but I mean, come on now, we're going to give him grief for that. Diego Lopez will probably knock out Mairon Santos too, let's be honest. But Sodiq Yusuff is going to be able to close that distance. He's going to be able to throw his power shots. He may be able to mix in the wrestling if he chooses to, because, I mean, let's be honest. Mairon Santos did not win that last fight against Francis Marshall. He didn't. Okay? And he showed flaws in his game. He can get controlled and wrestled on the ground in the fence. Sodiq Yusuff, I think, is going to use that to his advantage, okay? In my opinion, I think he wears him down and gets a second-round KO. Sodiq Yusuff finds the KO in the second round. But we're just taking the straight money line here, plus 15. We got plus money for a proven vet, previously ranked, okay? And this is a big step up in competition for Mairon Santos. This is his toughest fight in his life, okay? His only 2 fights in the UFC, Con Offley and Francis Marshall. You know what I mean? Francis Marshall good, right? But Yusuff would handle Francis Marshall. And all the people that Yusuff's going up against, I don't think Mairon Santos would be able to put the fights up that Yusuff does. So we got Sodiq Yusuff plus 115. We are putting 1 unit on it. That is the most confident play of the week. And we move on to bet number 2. 2-pick parlay. We have Camilo and Ruziboev. Minus 106, we are putting 1 unit on it. It's currently sitting at minus 115. So I was, around plus money. I wanted to get to plus money, couldn't find it anywhere, but minus 115 still a dang good number there. Now, Matheus Camilo going up against Gabe Green. There's a lot of red flags in this Gabe Green guy. You know what I mean? Coming down in weight, hasn't fought in 2 years, coming off some bad losses, getting knocked out by Brad in battle. Losing to D-Rod back in the day. There's too many red flags, in my opinion. I mean, he's tough. He's durable, right? But Matheus Camilo is hungry, okay? This is his UFC debut. He wants this. He's more hungry than Gabe Green. This guy just kind of popped up out of the blue and out of nowhere. Excuse me. Yeah, so I think Matheus Camilo handles him. He put on some really good fights on the regional scenes there. Fought on Tough Enough. So, that's a pretty good organization there. I mean, honestly, it's more of a fade on Gabe Green. And I do like Matheus Camilo. I like his style. He's tough. He's gritty. He throws some nice counter shots. He can mix in the wrestling if he chooses to. So I like Matheus Camilo. Honestly, there's just too many red flags and unknowns on the Gabe Green side. And I'm going to side with the active fighter, the younger fighter, 8 years younger than him. And he's got momentum on his side. So, second leg of the parlay, Ruziboev, Nursulton Ruziboev, going up against Dustin Stoltzfus. Stoltzfus pulls out some wins every now and then, but Ruziboev's a killer, man. He is going to chin him. I mean, we've seen in the past Stoltzfus get chinned or subbed. Ruziboev has so much experience. I mean, what's his freaking record? Dude has like 50 freaking fights, if I'm not mistaken. 35-9. I mean, come on now. The height too. So 6'5" versus 6 foot. I mean, Stoltzfus has pulled some crazy stuff, up out of his sleeve. I don't know. Got some tricks up his sleeve. Yeah, he's pulled some tricks out of his sleeve. But this one here, dude, Ruziboev is a killer, man. And he put up a great fight versus Joaquin Buckley. It was getting the crap beat out of him in the third round, but that shows me heart and will. He didn't give up. He's not a quitter, right? He's going to find the chin of Stoltzfus. Might even be a club and sub. But Ruziboev, inside the distance, man. But he's the second leg of this parlay. Put both of those together. Minus 106. We're putting 1 unit on it. Bet number 3. And if you guys are on this channel, or if you're new to the channel, this is what it is. All right, the 3-pick parlay of the week. We put 3 solid legs together to get a good number. Now, we got robbed last week, okay? I think Jose Aldo got robbed. I think he won the first 2 rounds handedly, and the third round was a 10-9 Zahavi, okay? Even though Jose Aldo has moments in that round too. But let's not get into that, okay? We're on to a new week. 3-pick parlay of the week starts with DelValle. Was it Yadier DelValle? Second leg, we have Denise Gomes. And third leg, we have Michael Morales. Put 3 of those legs together. Minus 161. We are putting 1.61 units on it. 1.61 units to win 1 unit. It's currently sitting at minus 162. So basically the same thing. Yeah, 3 solid legs here. DelValle going up against Connor Matheus. Connor Matheus sucks. He's not UFC caliber. And he's a good fighter, right? I don't want to, poop on him. Sure, he's a good guy and a good fighter, but he's not UFC caliber. DelValle's going to run through him. Denise Gomes going up against Elise Reed. Same thing, right? Denise Gomes looking like a little boy, a strong little boy. She's going to handle Elise Reed. And then Michael Morales going up against a washed Gilbert Burns. Yes, I just came to the conclusion that he's just washed. I didn't want to say it like it is, but it's true. Okay, and yes, he's going up against elite competition and the best of the best. But there comes a point when you're so old and going up against these ranked fighters, you're just going to keep going down and down and down in the rankings. I mean, he may pull off a win against like someone that's not ranked or prospect or something like that. But anywho, Michael Morales going to take care of business with Gilbert Burns. He's younger, faster, stronger. Get a chin, Gilbert Burns, dude. 3rd, 4th round. So minus 161 for all 3 of those legs. 1.61 units to win 1 unit. That's the 3-pick parlay of the week. Bet number 4. We have Thiago Moises. Plus 100. We are putting 0.5 units on it. I was waiting and waiting for him to get to plus money. And here it is. Threw my shot at it. Honestly, I think these odds are going to teeter-totter. When it comes to fight time, they'll probably just end up at a pick'em, to be honest with you. So I'm happy with the plus 100 number. Going up against Jared Gordon, I think Thiago Moises is going to, if he comes in focused, right, and uses his leg kicks and checks his own, checks the ones coming his way, I think he's going to find success. Mix in the wrestling and the clinch on the fence. Dude, Jared Gordon is so sus to these leg kicks. We've seen it in a lot of these fights. He's just eating leg kicks to all levels. It's not like he's blocking them. He's eating them. And I think Thiago Moises, with his flashy kicks, dude, to all levels, Honestly, I think he finds a front kick to the face or a kick to the side of the head and knocks out Jared Gordon, second or third round. That's my prediction. Either way, though, Thiago Moises can mix in the wrestling too, take down Jared Gordon. I think he'll be able to take him down pretty easily. I think he has much better wrestling than Jared Gordon. Jared Gordon is a pretty good wrestler, has pretty decent takedown defense, right? Took down Paddy Pimblett. But I'm going with Thiago Moises. He only loses to the elite of the elite, right? If you look at all his wins and losses, right? He's going like losing to like freaking Islam, Joel Alvarez, BSD. Those are his type of losses, right? He's beaten everybody else that comes his way. Is Jared Gordon elite competition? I don't think so. So we got Thiago Moises plus 100. We're putting half a unit on it. That's bet number 4. And those are all the official bets for the week. So we move on to everybody's favorite section, the parlay section. Yes, sir. And look, I'll pull the results up from last week, at least a couple of them, right? We hit 2 of the, even money parlays. Okay, so there were a couple of winners there last week. And then I'll pull these other ones up here. These 2 parlays just missed by 1 leg. I mean, Jack Della KO. Come on. I mean, he was so close at some points. He didn't cash it, so we didn't hit that large parlay. And then the other one, Mike Malat sub. He got the finish. It was not by sub. It was by KO. So we were close, right? We were close on both legs, but just the wrong outcomes. So, as I say this, right? I love, not love, but I like each leg of all these parlays individually. So if you see a leg that you like, again, bet it individually, because a lot of times, as you see here, 2 out of 3 of the legs are hitting in the parlays. So if you put them in individually, they'll hit too. So let's get into it, guys. The official parlays for UFC Vegas 106. We sort these by odds, all right? So we'll go from the smallest odds to the big and juicy odds. First parlay of the week, we have Tisha Pennington, we have Rodolfo Bellato, and we have Yadier DelValle. Minus 115. Kind of an alternate to my other 3-pick parlay of the week. Instead of Gomes and Morales, you can have Pennington and Bellato. Get a little bit better of a number at minus 115. Next parlay, a little bit of a rounds parlay. We found success with this last week. We're going to do another one here. Over 2.5 rounds on the Pennington and Pinheiro fight. Over 2.5 rounds on the Santos and Lisboa fight. And the over 1.5 rounds on the Sodiq Yusuff and Mairon Santos fight. Sitting at plus 102. The over 1.5 on the last one just for a little bit of safety. So moving on up in odds. This one's sitting at plus 384. I really do like this one a lot. We have Ruziboev KO. We have Rodolfo Bellato KO. And we have Michael Morales KO. Sitting at plus 384. I see all 3 of these legs hitting. Again, I like them individually. I think Bellato and Morales are a little too juicy to maybe take individually. But the Ruziboev KO, minus 125, I think that's a solid play. So plus 384. Move it on up to plus 729. We have Park by KO/sub, Camilo by KO/decision, and Ruziboev by KO/sub. Sitting at plus 729. I like all 3 of these legs. I think Park gets it done inside the distance. I think Camilo will either get it done by decision or KO. Right? Gabe Green's tough. And I don't know. Maybe he still has that chin. I mean, he went 3 with Ian Gary. Got brutalized by freaking Brian Battle, but nevertheless, the sub is still alive, but KO or decision is more likely. Then lastly, Ruziboev by KO or sub. I mean, basically just inside the distance. He could get a club and sub on Stoltzfus. Okay, I believe the KO is probably more likely, but this covers it. So plus 729. Moving on up to plus 989. We have Ruziboev KO. We have Bellato KO. And we have DelValle KO. Okay, put all 3 of these together. You're sitting at plus 989. Now, why does this picture look different than the others? The DelValle KO line is not available on my sportsbook yet, so I have yet to place it, but it's sitting at like plus 275 at what I've seen on Fight Odds. So that's what I base this number upon. Yeah, I'm really interested in the DelValle KO. I think that's super live. We went, Ruziboev KO, we went over that. Bellato KO. I mean, he's going to take out Paul Craig, all right? It's just inevitable. This dude is a brawler and a killer. And Paul Craig, I mean, he's not out here shooting double A's, or I don't think he's going to be able to take down Bellato at this weight class, right? So all three of these together, plus 989. Let's move it on up. Plus 1,306, 13 to 1 here. We have Pennington decision. We have Gomes KO. And we have Santos decision. Plus 1,306. Pennington will get it done by decision. Gomes KO. Watch, dude. This little boy girl has power. Okay? She is a reckless girl, man. She gets a lot of finishes. So, and then the Santos decision. I mean, yes, I picked Sodiq Yusuff on one of my official bets. Kind of a little bit of a hedge, right? I see those first two legs definitely hitting. So things don't go my way. Maybe, the Santos decision will mix in for me there. So Mairon Santos decision, Gomes KO, Pennington decision, plus 1306. Let's move it on up. Plus 2,319. First leg, Gomes versus Reed to not go the distance. Second leg, DelValle KO. Third leg, Costa KO. Costa KO. 2,319, 23 to 1. I see all three of these legs hitting again. I'm waiting on that DelValle KO line to come out. Costa KO. Julian Erosa ain't winning and losing by decisions mostly. He's usually losing by finishes. People usually find the chin or get him down to the ground and do a ground and pound. I think that's what Costa can find here. And then DelValle KO. Connor Matheus sucks. So yeah, 23 to 1. I like that one too. And lastly, the most juicy parlay of the week. My calls, my official calls on both of these fights too. We have Thiago Moises KO and Yusuff KO. 59 to 1. Plus 5,900. Moises KO. Telling you, dude. Leg kick, head kick. To the face, to the side of the head of Jared Gordon. He's going to get knocked out. And then Sodiq Yusuff going to overwhelm Mairon Santos. Take him to deep waters. Second or third round KO. Close the distance. Find the shot. He's been rocked before. Mairon Santos has been rocked before. Okay? So Yusuff mixing the body shots too. Make him crumble. Moises KO. Yusuff KO. 59 to 1. Those are all the parlays of the week. And we move on to the lean section. Now, these are bets and plays I'm considering. I have not put official money on these bets yet. These are just things that I like. Okay? If I do add a play, it's going to be in the pinned comment. So, you always check up on the video there or my Patreon. That's where I put all my updated plays or added plays. So, let's start off with the money lines here. Luana Santos, minus 175. Yes, it's a little juicy, but I think she's going to get the job done. I think her judos, her trips, and her takedowns and her top control are going to be more than enough to get the job done versus Lisboa. She just can't keep this fight standing because Lisboa, I think, has the edge there. Lisboa has a nice one, too, and some pretty decent pop in her shots. So I think Luana Santos, being the younger fighter, a lot more energy, decent cardio, okay, can get the trips and the top control. Costa, minus 175. I like him against Julian Erosa. I think he's going to be able to keep distance. I think he's going to be able to find some nasty shots on Julian Erosa. Julian Erosa has shown that he's chinny. Okay, I got Costa by KO. Take the money line, minus 175. I think that's a nice little lean there. Lastly, Gilbert Burns sitting at plus 550. If this line gets a little bit even, larger, you just might have to sprinkle on it, right? Yes, Michael Morales is more than likely to win, but dang, there's just a number that maybe like plus 700. I don't know. Plus 550 for our Gilbert Burns fight, right? That's still pretty juicy. So, kind of waiting on that one because I think everyone's still betting on Morales. So, plus 550 for Gilbert Burns, a lean. Next, we have the over and under on round props that I like. We have a few this week. First is the Ruziboev versus Stoltzfus fight, under 1.5, sitting at minus 130. Ruziboev is a first-round killer. He's going to go out there and get the job done. Okay, he's not looking to take this fight the distance. And Stoltzfus, I mean, I just don't think he has the fighter IQ or is not going to come in with a game plan to be able to handle Ruziboev. The under 2.5 is minus 275. The fight to not go the distance is minus 399. So, the more rounds you get, the juicier it gets there for you. So this fight is anticipated to not go all the way. Under 1.5, Ruziboev's a killer, so I think that's good at minus 130. Those other two, maybe good parlay pieces. Next, the Burns versus Morales fight, under 3.5, sitting at minus 130. I think Morales, second or third round, is where he will, maybe even later in the fourth round. Not later in the fourth round, early in the fourth round is when he gets the job done. Burns is tough. So I think he picks him apart a little bit and then ultimately finds his shot when Burns is getting tired. So under 3.5, minus 130. And then lastly, the Gomes versus Reed fight to not to go the distance. Last I saw was sitting at like plus 110. Dude, Gomes is a killer, man. She has lots of finishes. Elise Reed is tough, but she also has some losses by finish too in her career. So, I mean, Denise Gomes is a big favorite for a reason. She has great KO power. She can get the subs if she needs it too. So, Gomes versus Reed, not to go the distance, sitting at plus 110. All right, let's move on to the method of victory props. First, we have Bellato KO, minus 165. Yeah, I know it's a little bit juiced, but that's how it's going to happen. That's how it's going to end. Okay? He's going to find the shot. Paul Craig is just too old. Bellato has more power in the youth in this situation here. Paul Craig moving up in weight. Bellato's cutting down to get to this weight. It's going to be, you're going to see it, dude. He's going to get chinned. Morales KO, minus 150. Gilbert is going to get chinned as well. Both of these leans are a lot of pieces in my parlays. So, Morales KO. He's going to find the chin of Gilbert. Camilo KO / decision. I like that one as well because, again, Gabe Green is tough. And I don't think Camilo, Gabe Green never has lost by submission. So, he kind of knows what he's doing on the ground. I don't think he's going to get submitted. Camilo will come in and either get a hard-fought decision where he beats him up for 3 rounds, maybe takes a few shots, or he finds that KO shot. Ruziboev KO, minus 125. Man, I've been liking this a lot, and the more I think about it, I like it more. This might actually become a small little official play, maybe like a half unit play. But, Dustin Stoltzfus is no match for this first-round killer, man. You'll see. Next, Park KO / sub, plus 220. Yo, I think this is a pretty solid number 2, guys. To get him inside the distance at plus 220, I like it. I like it a lot, man. And he's going up against Carlos Hernandez, who is, a test, right? If you don't beat Carlos Hernandez, I really don't think that you're meant to go on and do good things in the UFC, right? I think Hye Sung Park, and even though I'm not a fan of Road to UFC guys, I think he can get the job done. He's powerful. He finds the back quick of people. So I think he's got a good shot there to get inside the distance. Yusuff KO plus 650. Overwhelm Mairon Santos. Close the distance. Get him up against the fence. Throw some body shots in and find the shot up top. Thiago Moises KO plus 700. Jared Gordon super sus to kicks. You'll see it. Front kick to the face or a side, a kick to the side of the head. It's going to knock out Jared Gordon. You'll see. Plus 700. Those are my crazy calls. Some leans, Again, these are just, if you do on those larger kind of odds, those are more of like little sprinkles, right? These are all leans, so not official plays yet. So things I'm just considering. So next, we move on to my stayaways. So bets and plays I recommend you don't put your hard-earned money on. Now, I know both of these are in a parlay of mine, right? But I really don't recommend you guys put these in here. I don't find value in the money line on either of these guys. Minus 334 for Tisha Pennington. I mean, 2 to 1 favorite I could see, but now 3 to 1 favorite. I know Pinheiro is not really looking so hot as of late, but she's still a UFC fighter. She puts on a first good round, and you never know. You never know what goes on in the octagon. And then Bellato money line minus 550. I mean, we could see an absolute upset here with Paul Craig. Paul Craig submission. That's what he's known for. Great off the back. But I mean, it is inevitable that Bellato's going to find the KO. But when it comes to the money line, you're throwing big on the money line. I probably wouldn't do that. I'd go for more for like method of victory props or round props. So those are my two stayaways from the week: Pennington money line and Bellato money line. So, alrighty, guys, that's it. We went over. Wow. We went over my 4 official bets of the week. We went over my parlays. We went over all my leans and my stayaways. If you have made it this far, thank you so much. Again, click that subscribe button, like the video, comment. Support goes a long way. And my Patreon is free. Links in the description. Again, that's where I put all my bets out when I place them. Get the odds when they're good. You'll see come fight time, the odds always sway in the opposite way. I'm usually ahead of the lines. So let's have a great week this week. Let's get UFC 315 behind us and put it in the trash. Let's get our worst week out of the way and leave it there. And let's move on to some good things. Young Pasty, out. Let's make some money this week, guys.